It happened on a Wednesday morning, May 27th, 2026. Vlad Tenev, the CEO of Robinhood, stepped in front of a microphone and said something that would have sounded like science fiction 5 years ago. He told the world that Robinhood's 27.6 million customers could now hand their investment portfolios and their credit cards to an artificial intelligence agent. Not a tool that recommends trades, an agent that executes them. Without asking you first, let that settle. You open the app, you describe a strategy, you set some limits, and then the machine starts spending your money while you sleep, while you're at work, while you're picking up your kids from school. This is not a beta feature locked behind a waiting list for tech insiders. This is available to any Robinhood customer, all 27.6 million of them. You're listening to The Pulse from 10-Minute Money Mindset, the week's most important financial story, reported straight. Here is what Robinhood actually launched. The product is called Agentic Trading. A customer creates a separate account, walled off from their main portfolio, and deposits funds specifically for the AI to manage. They describe a strategy: rebalance toward tech, buy the dip on semiconductors, reduce cash drag. The agent reads that instruction and begins executing. There is a real-time activity feed, push notifications for every trade, and a kill switch, one tap to shut it all down. The kill switch detail matters, because the question no one is asking yet is, how fast can you actually reach it? Alongside the trading account, Robinhood also launched what it calls the Agentic Credit Card, a virtual Robinhood Gold card assigned exclusively to an AI agent. The agent can find deals, make purchases, and carry out spending strategies on your behalf. Monthly spending caps are set by you, manual approval toggles exist. The card earns the same 3% cash back as the regular Gold card. Abhishek Fatapuria, the VP of Product at Robinhood, was direct about the target audience. He said, and this is a direct quote, "We want to encourage early adopters of agents to bring their own tools. It's still a nascent phase, and we want to learn from that audience." That phrase, nascent phase, Vestus is doing a lot of work in that sentence. Right now, the trading capability covers equities only, common stocks, basic portfolio management. But Robinhood has confirmed that options, crypto, futures, and prediction markets are coming. An AI agent managing options on behalf of retail investors who may have opened a brokerage account 2 years ago. Fast Company reported that Robinhood's own fine print describes the feature as carrying significant risk. That language appears in the product disclaimer. The company says it is taking what it calls a safety-always mindset, bending controls, limited account access, the ability to disable agents instantly. But here is the accountability question that nobody has answered yet. When an AI agent executes a trade that loses money, and at some point it will, who is responsible? Robinhood's current position is clear. You are the user, the human who set up the account and agreed to the terms. A security researcher from Darktrace named Justin Fear put it plainly this week. He said, "By the time someone realizes the agent was wrong, compromised, or manipulated, the damage may already be done, with money already lost." This is the part of the story that does not make the press releases. Robinhood was founded in 2013 on a specific promise: democratize finance, bring Wall Street tools to people who had been locked out. That promise landed, and then in January of 2021, during the GameStop short squeeze, Robinhood restricted trading on the stocks its own users were trying to buy. Millions of customers had placed buy orders. Robinhood shut the door. The following year, FINRA ordered Robinhood to pay $70 million, the largest penalty in FINRA's history at that time, for system outages that had locked customers out of their accounts during volatile markets and for providing misleading information to millions of users. The GameStop restriction was the public face of the crisis. The fine covered a pattern of failures that ran deeper. Now, Vlad Tenev is back with the same promise: democratize finance. Give ordinary investors the tools that institutions have. And the tool he is handing them is an autonomous agent that can execute trades without asking. There is broader context here that matters. Robinhood is not alone. Visa, Stripe, Amazon, Coinbase, and Google all launched AI-compatible payment and trading infrastructure earlier in 2026. A platform called Liquid launched the same week, letting users execute trades directly inside ChatGPT and Claude. OpenAI released its own personal finance tool, allowing AI agents to connect to financial accounts for personalized management. What is being assembled piece by piece, announcement by announcement, is a new layer of financial infrastructure. One where AI does not just advise on money, it acts on it. A spring 2026 survey by Plaid found that 75% of consumers believe it is important to know when AI is involved in financial decisions. Robinhood's notification system and trade previews are designed to address exactly that concern. Whether those safeguards are enough is a question that will eventually be answered by the first major disputed trade. One analyst writing this week put it simply: the Robinhood announcement is not primarily a technology story. It is a liability story, and the governance infrastructure is running well behind the product. What happened on May the 27th, 2026 was a line getting crossed. Not crossed recklessly, not without warning signs or safety features, but crossed for the first time in the history of retail investing. An ordinary person sitting in Indianapolis or Edinburgh or Calgary can now open an app, describe what they want their money to do, and walk away. And come back to a portfolio that looks different. The rules for that have not been written yet. Regulation around AI-driven financial decisions is still catching up. No agency has issued definitive guidance on who holds liability when an agent executes a bad trade on behalf of a retail investor. The legal infrastructure that governs your money was not designed with this in mind. That gap will not stay invisible for long. Over at Darktrace, Justin Fear made one more observation worth holding on to. He noted that when AI agents operate through access a user has already granted, malicious or manipulated activity can look identical to normal user behavior. The agent acts, the money moves, the log shows nothing unusual. Robinhood has 27.6 million funded customers and $345 billion in assets on its platform. On Wednesday, May the 27th, it opened both of those doors to a machine. This story is far from over. The first agentic trades are happening right now. Somewhere in that 27.6 million customer base, AI agents are placing equity orders. The kill switches have not been tested under pressure. The regulators have not weighed in. The first major dispute has not happened yet. When it does, and it will, this week will be the week that story started. Next Monday on The Pulse, every story follows the facts. This week changed where the facts are going. On Friday, Mind Over Money is going to explain why a feature like this, one that hands over control and carries significant risk on its own documentation, will have millions of people genuinely considering it. The answer has nothing to do with the technology. It has to do with the way the human brain responds to automation. Subscribe so you don't miss it.